Throughout this course, I'll be using a lot of key commands. One of the things I love about Logic Pro is that it comes with a great set of default key commands mapped to the most useful functions within Logic's workflow. I've provided a list of commonly used key commands in the download section that should be highly useful for you as you learn how to use Logic Pro. But right now I want to show you how to create your own key commands and map them to different functions inside of Logic. The first key command we'll make is one for opening your instrument plugin window on any currently selected track. To make sense of this visually, I'm going to start by adding a couple different plugins to our track within Logic using the inspector window, which is I on your keyboard. First, in the insert section titled MIDI effects, I'll click on it, and from the menu that pops up, I'll choose arpeggiator. Next, in the instrument section, I'll click on it, and in the menu that pops up, I'll scroll down and choose retro synth. Below this, in the audio effects insert section, I'll click on it, scroll down to utility, and in the submenu, choose gain. Gain is generally the first audio effect I always put on each track because it's where I can gain stage and control how much gain is going through my plugins. Then below the gain plugin button, I'll hover beneath it and click on the dark highlighted area to add another audio effect by clicking it. I'll then scroll down to reverb and in the submenu choose chroma verb. Now we have some plugins loaded and I'll show you how to map some custom key commands to them. Now to access the key commands window inside of Logic, press Option K on your keyboard and you'll see an entire list of key commands that come with Logic Pro by default. In order to map our first custom key command, we need to type into the search field open. Then if you scroll down, you'll see the key command titled open/close instrument plugin window of focused track. Then to map the key command of our choosing, we're going to type into the search field that's titled key, and for the key command, we're going to type in command 1. Logic may pop up a warning, but click replace anyways. You can always delete this key command in the future whenever you decide to change your own key commands. And that's it for the first key command. We now have one key command that is custom mapped to open our plugin window on our focus track. This is probably my most used custom key command because I'm constantly popping in and out of my plugin window and going back to the track arrangement within Logic. Next, we're going to scroll down to the one that says open/close audio insert to plugin window of focus track. And in the key field, we'll type in command 2. We'll do the same thing for audio insert 3, 4, and 5, and give them the same pattern of key commands using command 3, command 4, and command 5. Next, scroll down to open/close MIDI insert 1 plugin window of focus track. And in the key field, give this the command option 1. The last key command I'll show you in this video is how to map the sequencer to a custom key command because we'll be using the step sequencer throughout this course. In the search field, type step sequencer. In the second listing that says show/hide step sequencer, click on it. And in the key field, type control tilde. It's that little squiggly line that's next to the one on your keyboard. And that's pretty much it for key commands to start off with. It's worth noting that if you want to learn any of the key commands inside Logic, you can type in any word or function you want to know, and the key command for it will show up within its designated listing to the right of it. For example, if I wanted to know the command for splitting a region where the playhead is, I can type the word split into the search field, and I find that split regions/events at playhead position is mapped to command T. Now I can use command T in my project to split any region or event on my track. Now we can close the key commands window. All of our plugins are still up, but we can open and close each of them using the key commands we just set up. I'll press option 1 to close my arpeggiator. Then I'll press command 1 to close my retro synth. Next I'll press command 2 to close the chroma verb. The only plugin left open now is our gain plugin, which I rarely open and close because I set it at the beginning of each and every project for each track. And then after I set it, I usually don't open it up after that point. So we'll just go ahead and close this manually for now. Now that everything's closed, we can actually go ahead and see what this all sounds like now by pressing Command K on our keyboard to open the musical typing window. This allows us to use our Mac's keyboard to type in and start playing our instrument. And you'll hear it start to play back with our arpeggiator controlling and arpeggiating our retro synth. Okay, now that we have our key command set up and our retro synth is sounding great, let's go ahead and move on to the next video.